And sitting with me is the star of the trial, Dr. Kenneth Kinsey. He said I could call him Kenny. How are you doing today?
I'm good, ma'am.
Yeah, very good. Thanks so much for joining us. We have a great panel with us for the next 2 hours. We're going to be taking your questions live, as we always do. So keep them coming to us on Twitter, Facebook, and in the YouTube chat. We'll get to as many of them as we can. Let's introduce the panel. We have a full house today. I love a full house. And we are joined by Michael Bryant, host and lawyer here at Law and Crime. Jack Swerling is a criminal defense attorney in Columbia, South Carolina. He also is a former law partner of Dick Harpootlian's, and also Joe McCullough. They used to be all law partners together, Joe, Dick, and Jack Swerling. Gigi McKelvey is here with me from Law and Crime. And if I missed anybody, I'm so sorry. But we are here and ready to take your questions. But first, let's talk to Dr. Kinsey. Dr. Kinsey, you've been in demand. You've been the man about town here in South Carolina today. What's it like to see this verdict and the sentence after all of your work on this case?
Well, I'm just a little spoke in a big wheel, but I'm so awfully proud of those jurors and the men and women that have devoted a year and a half of their life to this case. And I'm just thankful for the opportunity to get the help.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, the jury believed you. They did not believe Alec Murdaugh. They seem to really be engaged with your testimony. You've been doing this a really long time. Why were you so certain that this was not a contact wound?
Well, I looked at everything, and not that I can't be wrong, but I'm not going to go in there and give results that I know are wrong. And it was too many variables. I know it was mentioned that variables wasn't important. There was too many variables. I understand firearms, and I understand components of firearms, and I know that, one stray pellet maybe, 2 to 3 stray pellets, no, it's not going to happen. And you just look at physics. We got some lessons in physics this past 2 weeks.
We sure did.
But physics doesn't work that way. And I have comrades and cohorts all over the country that was calling me, and it just a mere thought that projectiles moving that fast could turn around and go 180 degrees the other direction with enough velocity to not only leave a defect but to penetrate. It was just unbelievable.
Were you ever nervous at all during this whole process? I mean, you seem like a pretty cool cucumber. You've done 800 death investigations. Was there ever a time where you felt nervous? Because you obviously believed in the state's case. You took the job. You were hired as an expert for the state, and you outlined the crime scene and what you believed happened for the jury.
I always put a lot of time into preparation on my own, but with this team, Mr. Wilson and Creighton and all those wonderful prosecutors, preparation was a big part. Sunday nights, we were down at the hotel just about every Sunday night for the last month or so. I was brought in and I was able to be a part of it. And then on my own, I'm constantly researching. I was watching testimony. I was studying the defense attorneys. And I was trying to commit my record to memory because I have notes in case I get in a jam, but I like to be able to relate and keep that eye contact with the jurors.
All right. Were you surprised by the sentence at all? I mean, I wasn't surprised.
And Jeanette, that part really isn't up to me. I try not to concentrate on that. I just try to be Andy Griffith with a crime scene background, and I like to relate.
You are kind of like Andy Griffith. I liked the other day when you said, I don't know him from a can of paint. I thought that was pretty good. That was a good little Andy Griffith kind of witticism, I think.
I just survived. Look, I've got mad respect for all the attorneys on both sides. They are top shelf. And it's not that I come out on top. I just survived.
Yeah.
And it's hard for a defense attorney to kick you too many times when you're nice. But I do show my teeth just a little bit to let them know that if you take me there, I'm going to dig a little bit deeper, and I'm probably going to say something that you don't want me to say. So it's just a little warning to them. I know it sounds funny and lighthearted in a very, very bad situation, but it's just the way my hair stands up a little bit. It's just the way I do it. And it's worked for over 22 years, and it hadn't always been that way, but you can't take it personally. Those attorneys are fighting for their client.
Sure, of course.
And when you look at it, you don't take it personally. It's a whole lot easier.
Let's bring Joe McCullough